Transparency, the longest-running talk show on cable television, continues to be of service for the information needs of the Negrense. Transparency, a no-holds-barred discussion of current and relevant events that are imbued with public interests. Transparency features interview with newsmakers, health, sports, tourism, education, among others. Transparency, a crusade against corruption, injustices, illegal drugs, and criminalities. Get involved and be a part of the solution to the unending problems of our society. And now, your host.
Good day everyone. Welcome to our television program, Transparency. Sa gihapon, upod sa inyo alagad, Mike Maghari. Ang ating main topic of discussion is what is the future of the Philippines under the Duterte administration? Damo ini mga kabyanan nga mga isyu ang atong pagatalakayon may kangtanan sa futuro sang aton pungsod. Pero igapakilala anay naton ang aton mga resource persons. Ang una ang aton igapakilala amo ni siya ang palangga sa Negrusanon anay ginpili nga provincial governor sang aton probinsya. Ini siya amo sa tung una nga SRA administrator kag of course ini siya sa subong provincial consultant on investment, promotion and trade. I'm proud to present to you, ladies and gentlemen, our former Governor, Rafael Lito Coscolhuela. Welcome back, Lito, sa Transparency.
Thank you, Mike. Mayong adlaw madaas tanana. Though second appearance ko nini nga tuig, but ang last time mo nga di si mo, sang chimpo pa to eleksyon mo.
Oh,
So it's good to be back.
Okay. Ang aton ikadua mga kabyanan nga bisita, he is a law practitioner, anay regional director sang DILG sa Region 6, kag ini siya mga kabyanan anay seminaryan, mabuot nga tao, kag ini siya mga kabyanan mahilig man sa public service, no? Kaya being a lawyer, a legal expert, mga kabyanan to make it shorter ang aton introduction, ang aton abyan si Attorney Lysander Bong Dilag. Bong, welcome back.
Damo nga salamat Mike kag nagapangimbulahan ako sa pinakamalawig na talk show diri, TV talk show sa Negros. Ang Transparency ni Mike Maghari. At subuman, I am privileged to be with one of the most outstanding governors. A man of towering integrity in the political landscape of Negros, the former Governor Lito Coscolhuela. May agagog. Sa panangat at pangamati, pero may man ako di iya. So, I am back again and good morning.
Okay. Antes na itong pagkatalakayon, mga kabyanan, ng parte sa federalism, kag ng charter change, ang unang pagkatandugo natin mga kabyanan, kahit ang atong probinsya belongs to the sugar industry, no? Unahon tanay local issues. Now, ang aton nga mga top officials sa sugar industry, mga leaders naton sa industriya sang kalamay, of course, ang NFSP headed by Nene Rojas, ang UNIFED headed by Manolet Lamata, CONFED by Francis de la Rama, sining karong lamang nagreklamo sila nga nagnubo naman kuno ang bilis ang aton domestic sugar bangod sa kuno sa gihapon nagapadayon ang pagsulod sa high fructose corn syrup nga amo ni mga kabyanan ang ginagamit sa aton nga mga soft drink companies nga ginahilis nila sa domestic sugar. Bilang SRA administrator sa itong una, kuha natin sa pila ka mga statements, si Gob Lito. Gob?
Mike, ang problema sa industriya subong, dugay na ni actually ginprangka no, sa industriya. More than 30 years ago, tiyempo ni newly elected President Cory Aquino. Nagambal to siya nga the sugar industry is a sunset industry, no?
Oho.
Kag madamo to rason nga na hambal ina among others was ang presensya sang kompetisyon, ang aton nga cost of production, bilang sa paglantaw sang gobyerno sa tung una, hindi competitive ang Philippine sugar industry. In spite of that, we were able to survive. In fact, for many years, we were able to prosper. No? For, again, other reasons, among others, tungod nga may ara kita sang mapag-on nga regulatory environment nga ginakontrolar ang pag-import or ginapunggan, in fact, ang pag-import sang kalamay. But for many years, even before sang nakapungko ko sa SRA, balo kita nga kadamo sang nagasulod nga smuggled, no? Nga kalamay, much of it through the porous backdoor sang Pilipinas, paagi dito sa Mindanao, and a few other ports of entry sa Pilipinas. Ang pamangkot sinada nga daw kabudlay gid punggan sang importation or smuggling. Tungod sang diferensya sang presyo. No? It was worth the risk for a smuggler to bring in sugar, cheap sugar usually from Thailand. Kay tungod nga may ganansya gyapon mo. And then of course, natural kung makapasulod ka sa brato nga kalamay, damo gyapon mabakal, including ang mga industrial users nga posible ma-spekular naton nga may nagasulod man nga illicit sugar. And then of course may ara man sang ginatawag nga technical smuggling, ma-avail sang de-allocation, an official de-allocation from SRA for food exporters. Ini saya nga kalamay, dapat ya usaron ini for products, processed products that are then exported. In other words, maka-avail ka sang mas barato nga de-sugar. Usaron mo sa imo produkto, then i-export mo. Then that way, your processed food products become competitive sa world market. Pero may damo man na nabalaan naton nga hatagan mo allocation nga de-sugar, ipalapawon nila.
Palapawon nila. Para makamani sila. Saan na sinugahin mo?
Hindi ka na mag-obra sang processed food, ganansya ka na dayon.
Oo.
Diba?
Saan na sinugahin mo? Hindi
Normally, ang mga unscrupulous nga mga food exporters, o mga may makuha nga allocation. In fact, there was a time nga na balaan ko through personal experience nga may ara sang tawag sini incidents nga may tawag ni bribery in order to get allocations. Or kung kaisa, may premyo nga ihatag sa imo kung may isyuhan sang allocation nga di-sugar. We were able to stop that or minimize at least. Pero kabalo kita nga kung halog-halugan mo jutay ang control mo diri, damo gid yapon mapalusot mo. So the other problem is ang substitutes. No? May ara iya sang damo naman ta balota soft drinks, may ara sang natawag sini sugar free, may ara sang low calorie, etc. Ginausada ang mga sugar substitutes which are also cheaper than local refined sugar.
Luwas sa presyo abi sa ikayong lawas.
Dako nga issue na actually, no. May worldwide campaign subong against sugar. Tungod sang health issues, no. But kung lantawon mo, HFCS and other sugar substitutes are worse than natural sugar. So dapat ang campaign should be kung mag-consume ka ginman sang sweetener, it should be natural sugar, not artificial or substitute sugar. Kung HFCS, there are many studies, medical studies that show nga kadamo sang ill effects ini. Plus the fact nga halos 100% sang HFCS halin sa GMO corn. No? So all of these factors contribute to the drop in world market prices. No? Which means, mas budlay na gid ang sitwasyon sa domestic sugar. So, the mere fact nga nag-hold gyapon ang presyo sa kalamay subong diri sa domestic, in spite of all these other factors, medyo kung lang taon mo, mapasalamat ka na ganing nag-hold siya.
Mga pila na subong ang kada
Ang composite siguro ari sa babaw sang 1,300.
1,003. Ang ideal sa tungoda daw kalambot na 17, 18.
Kalabot na. No, so I think compared to last year, we're probably mga 400 pesos per bag less.
Less.
No?
Oo.
Now, ang ginahambal man isang mga third-party observers, kung hindi ka kuno pa kaganansya sa miltres, sa 1,300 per bag average or composite, you have no business staying in the sugar industry.
I
No?
see.
Now, ang problema lang siniki, kadamo sang magagmay nga farmers, sugar farmers, nga amuning sitwasyon.
Oo.
No? Ang agrarian reform beneficiaries particularly. Kataas ang cost of production or nubo ang ila productivity. So, kung bisan makaganansya pa at 1-3, gamay ang ganansya, hindi ka mabuhay kung nang imong ginakaptan tag 1 o 2 hektarya.
Okay, ho. Now, bangod sini nga problema sa industriya sang kalamay kay dependent ang aton nga probinsya sa sugar industry. Ano abi ang mahimo naton to address the problem? Kaya reklamo ng aton nga mga sugar industry leaders kag bangod sini apektado ang aton ekonomiya sa Negros. Anong possible
Mayroon
solution?
sa mga tikang, Mike, for example, ang SRA nag-initiate sang ginatawag naton Black Farm Program. Okay? So, ginatipo ng mga magagmay into 30 hectares or more para nga may ara sang economies of scale. No?
I see.
They can begin to afford better inputs or ang tractor services, field land preparation, etc. No? So, nami nga idea ang Black Farm, but it is intensive ang management.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Ang SRA, in fact, nag-hire ini sa mga contractual extension workers just to supervise, assist ang mga black farms. I'm hoping that it will continue and it will succeed in helping ang mga small farmers, especially ang ARBs, no? Kaginapdusaan na sila sang assistance from DAR, from Land Bank, DA, etc. No? May ara makita sang SIDA, the Sugar Industry Development Act, that is providing a significant amount of funding for different programs.
Ang
Mechanization.
ang nag-promote gid sina mo si Congressman Albi Benitez,
Yes,
pati sa SEDA.
in consultation with the sugar industry, no. Damo nga konsultasyon ni kag preparasyon sang SIDA law. So dako nga bulig ini, in fact subong nag-announce bago lang gid ang SRA nga may ginlansar sila bago lang ang socialized credit program for small farmers, 5 hectares or below.
Maximum nila pila?
Hatagan sila, I think, crop loans at I think maximum of 6.5% lamang per annum. No? So, affordable credit for small farmers. Ang galing, why pa naton masulbar tanan nga mga problema, ginsudlan man kita bag-o.
Anong bago na?
Kulang na kita labor.
Kulang na ta sa buong labor.
Budlay na mangita tapasero, budlay na magpaubras ng tao sa kampo. So nag-aamat-amat naman mechanize ang industriya. But para maka-mechanize ka, kinahanglan madako-dako man ang imo nga no? You cannot afford farm machinery kung gamay ang imo. In fact, they're saying now the minimum size, economic size for a sugar farm is 30 hectares. More than 90% is below 30.
Amo gani,
Diba? So, damo sang nagadugang nga mga challenge sa industriya that the industry has to face. And then, of course, what I've been saying for the last several months is we have to learn how to extract more value from our sugarcane rather than just keep producing sugar. Subong na tatlo ka mayor nga produkto ang ginakuha ta from sugarcane. Sugar, power, kag ethanol. Unfortunately, ethanol, Philippine or domestic ethanol, is also not competitive compared to imported ethanol.
Oh, I see. Ara mong gyapon ang
May ara magyapon
competition,
siguro
no?
10 pesos per liter nga diferensya. Because the price of domestic ethanol is anchored on the price of the feedstock, which is sugar kag molasses. Titaas ang presyo dire, no? So problema man na ang power naman niya, of course nami kay may mga central kita nga ga-produce na. May cogen. But we need to produce more from our sugarcane than just these three products, more high value. Nagkadto kami sa Taiwan recently, nakita naton dito parti ka baskog sang research and development sang Taiwan. And in fact, they're saying there are so many products that can be produced from sugarcane nga dapat highly diversified na kita. One of those products is fabric. Nylon fabrics, biochemicals, no?
Particularly, no?
Why sila ginakulang dito sa R&D? In fact, gina-propose namon di sa opisina nga i-balay naton ang provincial government can hopefully will establish a Taiwan exchange program that will, among others, bring in some of these technologies being developed dito to help our local industry, sugar, kag other, ang agriculture na to, no? Example lang, ang waste PET bottles lang, ng plastic bottles, tubi.
Oo.
Dito sa Taiwan, 8 ka botelya nga 1 liter guro na.
Oo.
Makaproduce isa ka basketball jersey.
Isa ka basketball nga?
A shirt.
Grabe, no?
No? Gina-reprocess, gina-convert.
Particularly, no?
So may R&D sila nga why kita dire. No? So this is what we're hoping we can get access to ang ila R&D. So sa malipot nga sigulanon, we cannot afford to let the industry collapse. No? But we have to make it more competitive. We have to make it more diversified. We have to extract more value from our sugarcane.
So matahom nga mga informasyon nga ato nakuha sa karon halin sa anay SRA administrator. Now, sa ilo kita sa aton main topic of discussion, kaya nag-divert kita sa aton nga topiko nga ang futuro sang aton nasyon sa idalom sang Duterte administration. Now, ning federalism, mag-charter change, na mo gini ang ginaduso sang administrasyon ni President Duterte, ti siling sang iban daw, hindi man kinanglan, charter change pa subong, no? Damo sa mga hindi conforme, kag of course damo man nagasuporta sini. In fact, ang atong presidente has created a consultative committee composed of legal experts headed by the former Chief Justice Renato Puno sa pag-draft abi sang manginbag-o naton nga konstitusyon.
May isa da ka Negrosanon nga member.
Oo, sinong
Si Arthur Aguilar.
Okay, si Arthur Aguilar, one of the members ng consultative committee. In 6 months' time, i-submit na ini sa atong presidente kung ano ang mga dapat iligwaton abi sa aton konstitusyon. Now, bilang isa ka legal expert ng aton resource person, si Attorney Bong Dilag, makahatag man sang pila ka mga statements, may kang tanan sa sining ginaduso sang atong presidente nga federalism. Ano mga bintaha sini kag possibly may mga bintaha man, Bong?
Well, in answer to your main topic, what is the future of the Philippines under the Duterte administration, it could be promising or full of promises depending on which side are you. Hindi naman ko makasiling kung depende sa imong political party, daw ay man di political party sa Pilipinas. Sino may birthday party na di niya, kung sinong may birthday, ara, dira sila sa party. So depende na kung sa dito. But as I see it, your first question was on the constitutional charter change or
Yes,
federalism?
charter change.
Charter change. Well, ang charter change, I might be biased of it, but sa akong pagtanaw, it has to grow, no? It has to grow. The Constitution has to change. It is not written in stone. Pero, we have to be careful kag aton klarohon di kung ano bala ang mga bagay dira nga aton kambyuhon. Kay kung base karon na what is the common fear sa mga tao nga kung ara sa proposed constitution may ara dira nga transitory provision from the presidential to the federal to
Okay.
the post-federal. Now I was always telling my students in the College of Law nga you have to remember our experience ang Marcos times. Nga ang transition ni Marcos naglabot 16 years. Tapos he has the power to legislate ang presidential decree. It even reached a point, mga kauturan, na nagpapanaog si Marcos ang presidential decree prohibiting people to talk against his regime on the basis of anti-rumor mongering. Or people were talking already in whispers. Now, if it was the philosopher George Santanayo who said, he who never learns from history are bound to repeat the same mistakes. Look at the sugar industry. When Nasutra came in, Nasutra, when Cory came here in 1987, I believe, the sugar industry is a sunset industry. That was a call for diversification. When I was the regional director sa DILG sa Iloilo, na-notice ko, Governor, with all due respect, na ang mga tao, yan o kasimple, maayo ang cash flow. Because diversified sila.
Yes.
Now, my student, a very successful businessman, Vladi Gonzalez, said, the problem with the sugar industry is that they do not know how to think out of the box. Para sila kalamay lang as it was in the beginning, is now, never shall be, world without end. So maybe that is the challenge. I am not a planter. No, I am not a planter. I am an educator. I come from the academy. Maybe it is high time that instead of looking at it with a tunnel view, because we might say, we see a light in the tunnel, but it might be the light of an oncoming train. So what for me, ang sa ako niya, Governor, observation sa Iloilo, they knew how to think out of the box. They diversified. Now, kung paano sila mag-diversify, we leave that to the brilliance of Governor Lito Coscolwela. Going back sa charter change, as I've said, I think charter change, maayagin man because the Constitution is not designed to be permanent. It has to grow with the times.
Yes, of course.
It has to be a process. Pero siguruho nato, now we are not jumping from the frying pan into the fire. We have to learn our lessons. Now, ang question dira, ano gid ba lang kambyuhan naton? Nano ning transitory provisions kay some lawyers are saying nga ano ginatago yung transitory provision. Tanawa kami kung ano na. Kasi kung tala makita nyo na kung hindi wala na kamutalan awon. Ikadua, ang parte ni sa kambyuhon naton sa federalism. Before I go into the economic, economic aspect of the Constitution. I was reading a paper from UC Berkeley, an economic interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. And another paper there, the economic betrayal of the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
Ang akong dira nakita na ma-determine kung anong mga areas. One is transitory, ikadua, ang economic provisions. Will we allow foreigners to own 100% of land? Personally, I am all for the opening of the economy, but on the basis of land, I will not compromise because land is the basis of the state.
Yes.
Once you take away land, the state has no more basis. So that might be what President Duterte said yesterday in the Chinese Business Club. We can become a province of China.
Probably he was only joking.
I do not know what to believe where he is serious and where he is joking. When he said, for example, that those who will be caught and arrested, NPA Amazon should be shot in the private part, he must be joking also.
Joking lang.
Now, ang parte sa economic, the vital industries, pwede ba na natin ma-open? Shipping, kaya nga, wala man na Pilipino ko palang iya. Gusto naman na sila. Pero land, hindi ginapwede.
Hindi ginapwede.
Hindi ginapwede. Third, sa konstitusyon, kung mag-federalism kita, I have nothing against federalism as a concept.
As a concept.
But whether it is practical, necessary, and beneficial for the Filipinos at this point in time, that I have some reservations. Panilagan ta na. Ginasako nyo giti Mike ang federalism, hindi ko kaintindi. Kaya if the argument is simply to decentralize, to devolve powers, let's say, on the basis of foreign currency, foreign policy, national defense, ang lang ng areas. Now, kung mag-federalism kita, masiligati, independent na kita, independent sa ano? Sa ano? Kaya kung kalabanan, 90% ko believe yun nasugata kung nga local officials, parot lang sa federalism, kung mo federalism, huwag mag-intindi. Nanukit sa federalism, huwag mag-intindi. Now, tika delikados na atikam because that might mean the dismembering of our country.
Yes.
Okay.
We all know nga wala na sa resources sa Luzon, wala na sa Visayas, Mindanao na lang. Gina-give up na karon ang Sabah, nag-give up na naman ang lima ka spotlight. Federalize pa kita sa bangsa Murulo. Ano na lang nabilin sa ato, di barangay Banago.
Mga kabyanan, ang mga ito ang pila ka mga brilliant statements sa aton abogado nga bisita, no? A legal expert, Attorney Bong Dilag. Pamatian taman abi ang kunano man mambal parte sa charter change kag federalism sa aton anay gobernador kunano kinanglan gid bala nga mag federal states na kita, kinanglan gid bala nga ma-charter change kita. Ang bala nato na karon dugay-dugay after the break. We will be back shortly.
AVM Bernardo Slaughterhouse, the Bacolod City amateur, engaged in slaughtering services, are committed to provide quality, efficient, and reliable slaughtering services to the people of Bacolod and other neighboring provinces with the utmost care of our environment, health, and safety of our people. For clean, fast, and reliable slaughtering, please contact AVM Bernardo Slaughterhouse at Barangay Handumanan, Bacolod City. For more information, contact Glory D. Cometa, Manager, or Michelle Oberas at telephone numbers 449-2992 or 446-2913.
Welcome back to our program, Transparency, right here on Sky Cable Bacolod. Upod sa aton dinapit nga mga resource persons, anay gobernador sa aton probinsya, Mr. Lito Coscolwela, kag aton lawyer, a legal expert, an educator, Attorney Bong Dilag. Now, parte sa sining federalism, maginangasal sa aton nga mga mayors, congressmen, mga barangay kapitan, ang iban nga mga pumuluyo daw wagi makaintindi tanto sang federalism mga ginatawag, no? So, ang aton anay gobernador siguro maka-enlighten as parte sa sining federalism kag charter change. Gob?
Mike, tuod na, no? Kadamaan man nga ginapamangkot ko ang nagahambal nga namitan ining federalism, no? Pamangkuton mo ano gid ba na hindi nila ma-explicar. Pero sa akon paglantaw, antes kita magsugod istorya party charter change federalism, mangkuton ta na ilawas ta. Ano nga problema ang gusto ta sulbahon?
Okay.
No? Because sa diriya ang guwa sinisubong sang charter sang chat sa federalism nga movement is they're presenting a solution. Hindi klaro anong problema ang ginasulbars ni. No? They're saying there is separatism. The separatism problem, gintingwaan mananay nga masulbar ang sa Mindanao through ARMM. Why man masulbar gyapon?
Why man, oh.
No? In fact, may ara man diri sa Cordilleras, the Cordillerans also want autonomy. No? But will a federal system solve the problem of separatism? Sa akong paglantaw, it might even speed up the tendency to declare independence. No? Kung autonomous ka naman lang, hindi lang ta mag-independent republic. No? So, like Bong said, federalism might speed up the dismemberment of the Filipino nation.
Kadyutan na gila, no? Kagamay sa Pilipinas.
But again, going back to the question, ano nga problema ang angay tasulbahon? Number one, ang kapigaduhon.
Okay.
Will federalism address the problem of poverty any more effectively than what we have now? I don't think so. No? In fact, nga akong paglantaw sinada, it could only speed up or make permanent ang political dynasties nga nagadominar sang political landscape sa Pilipinas. No? Many of the proposed states are dominated by political dynasties. So, ma-perpetuate base. No? But again, that will not solve the problem of poverty. Good governance will, social equity, justice, etc., more opportunities for the poor to address the root causes of poverty, countryside, rural development. These are the things that will solve or begin to solve poverty. Ang problema kay kung during the transition period nga ginasiling ni Bong, whether it's 5 years or 10 years, government at large will be busy trying to reorganize and put things in order. In the meantime, ang problema sang kapigadoon, kagang iban nga problema nga tubangon naton, mabutang sa second priority. Ga-reorganize kita eh. The priority na nagpatindog, kabag-o nga team, ang kontra mo to spiyak, champion, kaya nagpatukod ka lang bago nga team, i-training mo pa na, pagyon mo sa duro nga practice. In the meantime, sige lang to shoot ang kontra, ikaw yan tuon pa lang basketball. No? So, poverty is one. Number two is, ang frustration sang pumuluyo over the inefficient government that fails to respond to many of our problems. So, in one sense, sabat na ni sa anong future sang Pilipinas sa idalom sang Duterte administration, one thing that I am sure all those 16 million people who voted for Duterte are saying is, dapat ang Pilipinas should have a strong government.
Yes, strong government.
This is the same thinking introduced by GMA. Kadumdum ka, strong republic.
Yes,
Amo nang gusto niya mabalay kung tani, isa ka pag-on nga gobyerno that is able to respond to the problems of its people. No? So, in that sense, nami mantani makita ini si President Duterte as a strong leader with political will who's willing to eradicate corruption, inefficient bureaucracy, and all the threats against our democracy, including, of course, ang drugs. No? So, you need a strong leadership.
Yes,
But at the same time, a strong leadership that should be empowering. What do I mean? Dapat ma-empower ang local governments. And not only empower them, but make them accountable. Ang panggobyerno, ang pag-deliver ng serbisyo sa pumuluyo cannot be done only by national government. It has to be done, in fact, the frontliner is local government. May ara kita local government code nga sobra na 25 anyos nagahulat nga i-revise. In order to give real meaning to the principle of autonomy and local government empowerment. 25 anyos na way matandog. In fact, I'm saying, my personal opinion is, instead of going to charter change now, i-railroad mo ni, daw train man abe, ubrahon tanay ang amendments to the local government code that have long been waiting for Congress to sit down and say, abi, lantawon ta anong dapat kambyuhan. Why kita ginakulang sa studies to show anong mga mayong mga amendments sa local government code. One of the most important amendments sa aton pagdumala sa local government is ang formula sharing of national wealth between national government and local governments. Kung makambyuhan ang formula to give more revenues, more share to the local governments, then the local governments will be empowered.
Pero hindi na kinanglan ang charter change.
Why not charter change? Amendment of the local government code. And then, make sure nga masudlan mo mandara ang accountability sa local government so that they will be accountable for any misdeeds nila. No?
It cannot be denied, no? Aga po sugilanon mo nga ang mga local government units daw mo ni ginatudlo nga damo kuno corruption, no? Ti kaysa local government man si Bong sa tunguna having been the regional director, anong mambal mo parte sa local government?
Well, let me approach that on two. Ang isa in support of what Governor Coscuela have said, nga if we can only add more power sa local government, para sa aton mga local government units, we don't have to change the Constitution. We cannot run the risk of endangering the dismemberment of our country and our people simply because of that federalism. Papanaugon mo lang ang IRA, Internal Revenue Allotment. Let's say example, 30-70. Sulion mo na.
Sulion mo,
based on the geographical location, on the number of population. Why not? But, kadua, the political dynasty na amo mangyapon. It is already enshrined in the Constitution, but there is no enabling law. Congress refuses and continue to refuse to pass upon an enabling law. That reminds me of what the late Speaker Ramon Mitra said. Congress will sign anything, even a toilet paper, as long as they have something in it. Wala sila, hindi na sila.
Hindi na sila.
I'm not saying that. I'm quoting Speaker Ramon Mitra.
That's why ang political dynasties ni sa Kongreso daw nagtulog.
Hindi na magkambyo. And I don't think na federalism can be the best answer now. The best answer is panaugan mo in support of what Nene Pimentel and Governor Coscuela had been battling for, and I am also opting for, i-revise, i-amend ang local government code, giving more teeth, flesh and blood to the local government units, and believe you me, Mike, the Imperial Manila will just wither away. Malaya lang sila amat-amat. Wherein congressmen, for example, will be elected on the basis of their competence, integrity, nga hindi na ito sila magpiklago sa Congress. Pikla na, ginanggoy pa. So, hindi man maghambal, hindi man magproponer law. Ang ginalagas na yun, ang ato na project. We have a congressman there for special projects, for infrastructure, but the purpose of Congress is legislation.
Pero ang komisyon, arada.
As you said, as you've been saying all along, ara na nadaya siguro, embedded na nadaya.
Embedded.
In all, amo ina ang siliko. Upod man sa kay gobernador, nga dapat papanaugon lang.
Now, very interesting atong ginambalan parte sa charter change kag federalism, no? Isa sa akong observation being a media practitioner, nakadamo kita sa mga congressmen nga kung kisa ang interests nila personal daw mo lang ilang ginadampigan, no? Ng mga congressmen tabla sa party list, no? Ang party list system tanin na dulaon na nga mga congressmen na wag na mga engineer na congressmen or mga educators, no? So ano abi bong mambal mo party sa sining party list system ni nga daw nagdamo na gid ang galastuhon sang galastuhan sa atong gobyerno.
This party list had been used and abused.
Used
Because
and
during the time of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, I think ang bata ya mismo was a representative of the security guards.
Base may
party
security
list.
agency to.
On a party list. But I am not against abolishing this.
Oo.
Why? Because this is an exhaust valve sa mga marginalized sectors ng aton society. You know, the marginalized sector, ang mga pigado, ang mga kung ay na sila papel sa Kongreso, maglain na ila ulo, lain na
So,
nila paminsan.
you're against the abolition.
I am against. I am for the reformation.
Reformation.
Istriktohon ina kung what are you really representing? Are you representing the security guards? Are you representing the marginal sector of fishermen?
Amo na sila mo na abused.
Again, abuse nila ni. Kay man ang purpose ni sa akong pagtuon is to provide an exhaust valve sa balatyagon kag panghuna-huna sa mga marginalized society nga may papel man sila sa gobyerno. Kung wala na gid sila papel, kundi laban-laban na maribilde.
Correct.
Now, liwaton ta lang ina nga istrikto ang pagpapili nga sila gid ang gadala sang sentimento sang fisher folk, sang drivers, sang labor unions, amo na bla, hindi kay mga hindi kay mga pike.
May ara siyang instances ha,
Okay.
nga may mga gusto magsulod sa party list system. Ginapangayuan milyones para masakop ka as a candidate sa isa ka party list.
Expensive
I have personal
magyapon.
knowledge sinada, no? So amo nang eksakto hambal ni Bong nga ginabusar ining party list system. And nami tani siya nga mechanism to give empowerment to the marginalized. But sa ato nakita subong sinong gapungko da sa party list. It is not the marginalized. They have not given a voice to the real marginalized. No? So, ako I still favor a party list system para matagan mo ligwa. May tingog ang marginalized. But, kambyuhan taman ang pagpili tanis na da. One time, may ginbuligan ko isa ka gusto magpatukod sa party list. Gindala ko siya sa COMELEC chairman kay habi ko, migo ko man to siling ko, at least mahatagan ninyo sang serious consideration. Ginhumor lang to. Kay why sang may nahatag mo?
Kwartahan na gyapon.
Kwartahan na yan. I mean, I don't think we can deny the fact nga ang party list system has been corrupted.
Corrupted. Now, isa sang major solution kung tani sa Mindanao problem, no? Ning inaway sa Muslim, brother Filipino, Muslim kag mga Christians. Hindi kinanglan kuno silang sa atong presidente ang BBL kinanglan mapasar kag ang federalism ang ginatawag, no? So anong panindugan mo sini Gov Abe kay ti isagi kuno sang major reason in order to stop the Muslim rebellion in Mindanao?
Ang BBL namin ng idea tani nimo. No? Although, as I understand it, I think si Attorney Bong can probably shed more light on this. May mga constitutional infirmities. No? But kung makakas mo na da ang diferensya, kag ma-improve mo siya, possibly the BBL can be one instrument to promote justice and equity for the Muslims, Muslim Filipinos. I'm hoping nga mapasar ini siya kag ang mapasar nga version is such nga ma-put to rest ang reklamo sang Muslim Mindanao. No? I'm not an expert on the BBL and all of its provisions, but I'm hoping a good version of BBL will be passed, and that can help to address the issue of separatism. No? So, kung mapasar mo na, kag mapakita mo ni nga mayom lang yung inisyati nga ma-federalize ka pa.
Pero ti dismemberment sa aton nasyon?
I don't think it, well, again, it depends. Ano ang unod sa BBL? No, I think si Attorney Bong can probably elaborate more on that, no?
Well, from a historical point of view, the search for separatism sa mga Muslim do hindi mo na mapunggan, naglain pagid gani sang Marawi crisis because the problem
Naglain
has
agad.
become internationalized.
Okay. Oh.
Dito ya ISIS na gid.
ISIS na gid.
Diri
oh.
sa Bacolod ang problema namon ni Gobernador Lito ya misis lang. Dito ila ISIS. Ano man imo? But on a serious note, you look at it from the point of view of Catalonia, Spain, for example. Nag-autonomous, eventually mangayo nila sila. The best solution lang sa ako na, because it has a religious component eh. Ang Mindanao problem is not purely political. The Irish Republican Army problem was purely political and nag-color lang sa religion, but they were able to resolve. But the extremist Muslims, we may have a problem there. So the immediate task, I feel and I believe, is tagaan sila ligwa sa gobyerno, sa Supreme Court, sa tanan to accommodate the integration, no? Policy of integration. And at the same time, balik ta sa local government code gyapon nga tagaan ng balatudo ni sila kwan kay each one will survive in his own right. Ang ARMN tanang nga kwarta ginhatag to natunaw lang.
Natunaw.
And I don't believe nga BBL will be a different thing.
So, a question of leadership, possibly.
Essentially, question of leadership. Kag question of ideology. Now, what then is to be done? Timayo mo na. Kung daw tanaw nila da nga with the brilliance of our congressmen, Agog, with the brilliance of our tanaw nila nga, okay, BBL, we interpose no objection. But for me, ay ako ni personal, kayo halam lang local government code because I believe it is the panacea, the fundamental structure that will rearrange our country.
Kung may congressman ta paritane kay Bong Dilag daw may, no? Dali lang gid ang bala nato na karon dugay ang dugang pagid nga mangin puturo sang ato nasyon pagi sa leadership ni President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Dali lang gid, we pause for a while.
For all your hardware and construction materials, come and visit Well Trade Marketing. Well Trade Marketing has all the complete line of hardware and construction materials, from paints, steel bars, cement, nails, GI sheets, and many others. You name it, Well Trade has it. Conveniently located at corner Lopesina and Rosario Streets, Bacolod City. For more information, please contact 434-2672-274.
Welcome back to our program, Transparency, right here on Sky Cable Bacolod. Sa gihapon po sa inyo alagad, Mike Magharik ag sa atong dinapit nga mga resource persons. Ang aton ginatalakay mga kabyanan ng parte sa puturo sa aton nasyon sa liderato sa aton napilian nga presidente Digong Duterte. Now, we have discussed about federalism kag dalagko nga mga issue parte sa aton abipungsod no under the leadership sa atong presidente. Now, ang aton nga anay gobernador kuha naton sa sang pilapagid ka mga statements ining parte sa tinutuyo abing makaangkol kita sang charter change kinahanglan gid bala gob nga maka-charter change kita islan gid naton o kung hindi.
Akong paglantaw, again, going back to the question, anong problema ang gusto susulbahon, I don't think charter change will solve our problems. It will exacerbate. Tungod sining transition period ni kag all the threats that are contained therein. No? We will be wasting too much time trying to fix government instead of trying to fix the problems ang pumuluyo. Okay? Again, ang akong paglantaw, we need a strong government. Not a strong-arm president, but a strong government. That means a strong government bureaucracy. At sa itong una, naka-observe ko sa American elections. No? On election day, daw pangitaon mo pa kundi ng butante. Lain diri sa aton nga ginutok sa eskwelahan. Kadto alas 8 sang aga, masiling kadi ng butante di.
Oo.
may tatlok tigulang gabasa sang damol nga libro tanan nga kandidato inastudyohan nila.
Oo.
Mangkot ko ang supervisor, where are all the voters?
Oo.
Sila, well, one, some of them have already voted by mail.
Oh, by mail.
Number two, some of them are going to vote during lunchtime, during the lunch break, kaya may opisina. Of course, ko, election day may opisina? Yeah, yes. People will go during lunch break to vote.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Tapos ko, how many people actually vote? During that year, though, in that state, ang voting turnout was 37%. No? Yung pamangkot ko, of course, ang duwa ka partido, ang Democrat kag Republican, nga akadjutay ang gabuto. Sila, number one, ang American voter siguro nagasiling, regardless of who we vote for, we will still have a strong government. Bureaucracy. No? Depende sa leadership, makambyo this policy or that policy, but in essence, you will have a strong local government bureaucracy. And of course, a strong national government, federal government. Amo man ang sa Canada. Dito sa Canada, ang pagdumala sang isa kadako nga syudad is run by a professional manager, city manager. Ang mga politiko, amunis lang gapungko sa council. They are like the board of directors. Pero ang chief executive is an appointed professional manager. No? So, bisan nanong ilinaway dito sa babaw sa mga politiko, may nagapadalagan niya sang imo government bureaucracy to assure that there is good, effective delivery of needed services. So, we need a strong government. That is the single biggest legacy nga pwede mabilin ni Presidente Duterte if he can establish the basis for a strong government bureaucracy. Kung mapadayon niya tani na ang elimination of corruption, inefficient government officials or ineffective, kag mapapag-on niya ang iyan government bureaucracy at the national level. Of course, I'm a little disappointed with his choice of cabinet secretaries and key officials. No, I think he could do much better than that. Second, diri naman sa idalom, he has to find a way to strengthen local government. One of the problems that will get in the way is ang aton nga electoral system. That's why I also think kinahanglan man electoral reform.
Electoral reform.
To make it easier for good people to get elected into office. But of course, that's an an idealist's dream. But nowadays para magdalagan ka congressman, anong kapital kinahanglan mo? 100 million? Kung isa 100 million sa dagko nga mga distrito, kadlawan ka pa. No? How much do you need to run for mayor or congressman in Bacolod?
Even for a city councilor.
Bisan barangay captain. Maglagan ka barangay captain, kagway ka 1 million. Subong daw kadlawan ka na. No? So, we need a strong government, not a messiah, a strong armed president, but a firm leader who can establish a strong government.
Bao katahom, no?
Whether he can do it or not is up to him, no? But kami, on our part, we will continue to be critical where we need to be critical, but we will praise him if he does well. And I hope he does well.
Ano abe ang mga utang nga nanamiya mo sa presidente? Mayara man?
Ang ang pagpakita ay isang political will.
Okay.
Although sometimes medyo overkill, overspeeding, but kung ma-harness niyang iya political will in the right way, kadako tani nga, example, Boracay. No? May nagduol siya sang istorya siguro nga baong Boracay niyo hindi na mapuslan puwerte na ginang polusyon. No? Damo sang reklamo. Of course, ang iya kwan galiyon, kundi ni sila magtadlong pasiratan ng Boracay. No? That sent violent signals to the rest of the world. damo nag-cancel sa ila reservations.
Oo.
Ila daw kahigko ila sa Boracay, hindi nilang tada.
Yan siyang El Nido.
No? Ganansya, of course, ng iba. Siling nila, ginimo na kay Mindanao, madiritso, turista. No? Never mind that. Pero the political will, if he is able to prove through his environment secretary nga pwede mapatadlong ang Boracay, then he will leave a legacy. Dugay na ng problema sa Boracay na nanong siya mismo naghambal, kamo nga mga local government officials, kamo ang may sala, di ginpabayaan nyo na.
Pero in short, no?
Kuan lang tapusin ko na. So you have to make sure nga bisan ma-empower ang local government, you have to make them accountable. The president can do that. Make them accountable.
In short, Gob, do we have a bright future under the leadership of Duterte?
Kung magtadlong ang utok ni presidente, posible, no?
Kung magtadlong?
Anong chance nga magtadlong?
Well, based on what we're seeing, daw ginakulbaan ko.
Okay.
But I am still hopeful. I'm an optimist. No, in spite of all the negatives, for example, we are a divided nation tungod sa politika. No? Either pro Duterte ka or against. Hindi ka na pwede mag-critic lang sa panggobyerno. Kung mag-critic ka, dilawan ka na. No? The president should be a leader of the Filipino people. Okay? At this point in time, he is not playing that role. He is not uniting the Filipino people. He is dividing us.
Okay. Bong, what can you say about our future under Duterte?
Kung amo na nga, I am a true-blooded Negrense. I was born in Negros and I am now a senior citizen and I hope to die in Negros. With a governor like Lito Coscolwela, why are we still in a mess? Maano na nga gobernador ko, kagarot pagyapon sa Negros. Ha? I think we are no longer pro-Duterte or pro-whoever.
Yes.
Pro-Negros na lang ta. Pro-Bacolod na lang ta. Well, in a more serious note, these are very uncertain times. These are very uncertain times. And the most that we can do is to keep up the faith sa Filipino people.
Okay.
We have to remain steadfast that somehow we have survived the past crisis and we will still survive this crisis. And hopefully, ang solusyon, Mike, wala na sa nasyonal, pananaw ko mo, ari sa lokal.
Exactly.
Kung magtadlong ang lokal, tapos malaya lang na ang nasyonal. So, with that in mind, I feel that we have to be vigilant, we have to be more participative, and we have to be more involved, and let's hope for the best.
Okay.
Madugang ko, Mike.
Thank you so much, Bong, no, for coming over. Okay.
Ang namin nga puntong last point nga ginhimo ni Attorney Bong, hindi lang depende sa gobyerno. Much of the future of the Philippines depends on us, ang civil society, the citizen. Ang gusto tani ko makita, ang presidente will be the exemplar of responsible citizenship. Kagsing ganon niya, tanan kamo, hindi kamo mag-asa sa presidente lang o sa inyong gobyerno. Start being responsible and productive. No? Amo nang nasiling ko nga the leadership factor nga mapakita sa presidente to create a strong citizenship. And unfortunately, there is Bacolod makita ta. Throughout the rest of the country makita ta, kadamo sang Pilipino nga hindi productive, hindi responsable, abusador, always example ginatag ko, kung hindi kita maghaboy basura, why kinahanglan basurero? Diba? Kung wala basurero nga kinahanglan, ang ginagasto mo da sila, magasto mo to solve the poverty problem. Pero nga kadamo basurero kinahanglan ta, kay kadamo basura ginahaboy ta. Diba? But if all of us become responsible and say, I will be responsible for my own waste. If there is going to be any waste at all, I will take care of it. Then, isa na naka-problema nga nasolbar ta. Traffic ang mumana. So, let's all be responsible and vigilant and be part of the solution.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gov. No?
Okay,
Mga
Mike.
kabyanan, matahom yato nga mga mensahe sa aton mga bisita, ang aton former Governor Lito Coscolwela, kang aton anay Regional Director sang DILG, well-known trial lawyer, Attorney Lysander Bong Dilag. Ang aton na words of wisdom for tonight on transparency comes from Nelson Mandela. He said, and I quote, "A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination." Ang inyong alagad, Mike Magarit, nagasiling, thank you so much. Mabuhay ang Negrosanon.
You have just viewed Transparency right here on Sky Cable Bacolod. Be with us again every Monday, 10 p.m., Channel 40. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m., Channel 32. And Sunday, 12 noon, Channel 40. For comments, suggestions, and ad placements, please contact Mike Maghari at cell number 0919-260-6943. Keep informed. Keep it here on Transparency, Sky Cable Bacolod. Thank you for watching. Happy viewing, everyone.